What if I told you the serpent Satan uses subtlety to become the master of falsehood and alternative truth, and the first person he tarnished with his lies was God himself? The serpent told the woman in Genesis 3:4, "Ye shall not surely die," and verse 5 says, "For God doth know, and ye shall be as gods." Now the subtle serpent twisted the words to make it look like he cared for her well-being, and also the KJV used the phrase "as gods," which is different from "like God" with respect to perspective. God had created man to be like him, an image bearer, a reflection of him, a reference point. The serpent recommendation was for man not to rely on God, but to be as gods without connection to God. The woman was deceived because she would not put her discussion or debate with the serpent on hold to either verify her doubt with the man, Adam, or wait for the Lord God, who normally come in the cool of the evening to fellowship with them. The man, on the other hand, who the Lord God gifted with resources of intelligence, ability to discern, and the responsibilities to tend and keep the Garden of Eden, which was under his custody, was found negligent. 1 Timothy 2:13-14. In the book of Genesis, the word subtle, Genesis 3:1, describes the serpent's nature, crafty, deceptive, and operating with a hidden agenda. This subtlety reflects the ability to do both good and evil, with evil remaining passive until strategically activated. Though good may appear first, evil is always the eventual outcome. James 1:14-15. To be subtle also means having the ability to conceal one's true intentions, to act in a way that hides the original motive. Jesus later identifies this behavior as hypocrisy, Matthew 23:27-28, where outward appearances mask inward corruption. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil, Genesis 2:9-17, was not merely symbolic. It embodied the dual nature of Satan, good and evil intertwined. Satan's deception led man to believe that eating from the tree would bring wisdom, Genesis 3:5, but it instead brought death. You become what you eat, only when you believe enough to eat of it, Genesis 3:6, Proverbs 23:7. The moment both the man and his helpmeet ate from the tree, Genesis 3:6, they inherited Satan's nature. They died spiritually, Romans 5:12, Ephesians 2:1.